Take Audi's flagship A8 and put a little more starch in that flag. That's an S8. It makes a statement, yes, but is it the right one? Let's check the tech. Too much of the technology in this car is just stale. Look at the navigation screen. First you see it, then you don't. That's very 007-ish, isn't it? And really, I think just there for the fun of it, because if you've got room like that, they could have just put the display right in there fixed, but no, they wanted to give you a little button to play with because when you're paying in the vicinity of $100,000, you deserve some toys. That map quality and graphic style has been with this car as long as we've been doing cars here at CNET. It's just kind of simplistic and not terribly well rendered. There's no live traffic on here, so good luck. You got to listen to the radio to find out where the problems are. And of course, this is all controlled by Audi's old stale MMI, which is this turn and clicky thing here. The four corner buttons, those correspond to the four corner menus in the screen, but what kind of a wacky interface is that? Now, when you buy one of these base, it's going to have a Bose 5-channel surround audio system with 10 speakers. I'd love to try it because, unfortunately, we have what I think may be the most overrated upgrade in the industry, the $6,300 B&O audio system. It puts 14 speakers around the cabin. You got the two pop-up, what do they call them, dispersal lenses or something up there, and 1,100 watts with discrete amps for every driver. But it doesn't sound good. At least not with compressed signals like Sirius satellite radio or any of the MP3s you'd play on your iPod or what have you. Well, that's a whole lot of what we listen to these days. You do have this Audi music interface, so you've got a cable here. This one's the iPod connector, but I've got a whole bunch of adapters here, and you can plug these in to get either, what's this, aux, USB, let's see, here's a mini USB. So you can connect a lot of things to this system, but you've got to do it with this collection of cables. It's all right. Oh, while I'm down here, I hate that. Look at that, 6-disc CD changer over there in a different zip code. That's really old design too. Can't that live up here where I can get to it? And once I get over there, I still can't put a DVD in because it doesn't read those, so I can't watch a movie while I'm parked. More importantly, there's no rear seat entertainment system in this big Luxo barge. There ought to be. Everything is push button in this car. You saw the one for the LCD. This one here raises and lowers the sunshade, the limo screen in the back. I've got one here to turn on and off my blind spot monitor, another one for my parking beepers. I got buttons here for audio, for voice control. I've even got one hidden over here, which I couldn't read, but I pushed it, and the steering wheel got hot. So I assume that's the steering wheel heater. The engine starter is a push button, the engine stop is a separate push button, and over here is a double push button to take on and off your parking brake. You've got the backup camera, of course, as you might imagine, and you've also got beeping sensors. You can just about hear one there. So sensors front and rear, and trajectory marks. So as I turn the wheel, see, it tells me really what I'm going to hit, not just how far away it is. Now, an S8 is distinguished by its 5.2-liter V10. 450 horsepower, 398 foot-pounds. Big numbers, but more impressive is this engine's absolute jewel-like quality and its eagerness to both rev and pull tree stumps out of the ground. 60 happens in under 5 seconds. But I have to say, I sometimes found it hard to apply this car's power in that nice middle ground in between head-snapping and sedate. Gas mileage is a silly these days, 1319. And we only did around 12 miles per gallon in the real world. Your only transmission is a 6-speed automatic Tiptronic with a gate and paddles. Nice gearbox, but it doesn't live in the same neighborhood as the engine in terms of exoticness. S8s have a sport version of Audi's adaptive suspension that can go almost an inch lower than Audi's basic adaptive undercarriage. Our car has a package that includes adaptive cruise control, blind spot warning lights in the mirror housings, and what Audi calls lane assist. The steering wheel vibrates like you're running over lane dots if you drift out of your lane without a turn signal that direction. Very effective. Okay, let's price this big silky bomber, shall we? Your S8 base is going to run about $92,500, but that's a little misleading because you've got to add in the destination charge and a walloping gas guzzler tax of $2,100. Now you're closer to $95,500. The big options are, tech-wise, the B&O audio system, $6,300, the most expensive in the world of factory audio. I just wouldn't go there. and $3,500 for the tech package. That gives you the adaptive cruise control, the blind spot warnings here in the mirrors, and that vibrating wheel that tells you when you're drifting.